All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something I think we can all relate to, procrastination. We're gonna do it with a simple but powerful story, one that honestly might just change how you think about your most valuable resource, your time. So let me ask you a question, straight up. Do you ever find yourself just putting things off? You know, you've got that important task staring you in the face, but that little voice in your head goes, I'll get to it later. There's plenty of time. Sound familiar? Yeah, if that rings a bell, you are definitely not alone. And that exact struggle, well, that's right where our story kicks off today, with a young man named Gaurav. See, Gaurav had this habit, a really bad one. He postponed everything. And we're not talking about a minor quirk here. This was seriously derailing his life. He was falling behind in his studies and, honestly, in just about everything else. And I mean, just look at this list. Doesn't it feel a little familiar? We've all been there, right? You've got this mountain of responsibilities piling up on one side, and on the other, all the easy, fun distractions, hanging with friends, endlessly scrolling through reels, basically anything but the important stuff. And all the while, that little voice is whispering, "It's fine, I've got plenty of time." But you know, that can only go on for so long. Eventually, he started noticing all his friends were moving forward, they were succeeding, and he was just stuck. It got super frustrating. Gaurav finally realized, okay, something has to change. So he decided to find a wise old man in his city, a mentor people said gave incredible advice. So he goes to this mentor and just lays it all out on the table, no holding back. He's like, "Help me. I feel like I'm feeling it everything. Everyone is passing me by. What can I do to be better, to finally get ahead?" You can just feel the desperation there. Well, the wise man listened, and he totally got it. He saw right to the core of the issue. And instead of just handing out some simple, generic advice, he did something much more powerful. He offered to tell him a story that would make Gaurav feel the real cost of every single moment he'd wasted. Okay, so this is the story the mentor told, and really, this is the heart of the whole thing. It's a pretty simple parable, all about a king and a golden opportunity. So the story has two main characters. First, you've got this really kind king, genuinely loved his people, always wanted to help. And then you have this other guy. He was poor, couldn't find a job, and his go-to move was just blaming everyone else for his problems. Total opposites, right? So the king, feeling sorry for this guy, makes him an absolutely incredible once-in-a-lifetime offer. He says, "Come to my court and you can take as much gold and silver as you can possibly carry. It's all yours, totally free." I mean, wow. But there was one simple rule, one tiny catch. He had to do it before the sun set. You'd think the guy would be ecstatic, right? And he was. This was his ticket, his chance to change his entire life. But what does he do? Instead of sprinting to the palace, he thinks, I'm kind of hungry. I should probably eat first. Then, after a nice, slow meal, he's like, oof, I'm sleepy. So he takes a 2-hour nap. When he finally gets going, the sun's a bit too hot for his liking, so he finds a nice, shady tree and falls asleep for 4 more hours. Can you believe it? He was literally napping away a fortune. So when he finally wakes up, the sky is all orange and red, the sun is setting, and this sudden wave of pure panic just hits him. He realizes what he's done, grabs his empty bags, and just starts sprinting towards the palace, his heart hammering in his chest. That awful sinking feeling, oh no, I messed up. I messed up big time. He finally gets to the palace, totally out of breath, only to see the giant gates were already closed, locked tight. And that was it. It was over. The opportunity of a lifetime, this incredible gift, gone. He traded it all away for a meal and a couple of naps. So, as the mentor finishes telling the story, you can just imagine the silence. That powerful, painful lesson, it was finally starting to hit home for Gaurav. He couldn't say a word, because in that lazy man, he saw himself. It was like looking in a mirror. He finally understood that every single time he put something off, every day he wasted, he was the one closing the gates on his own future, just like the man in the story. And that right there, that's the whole point. Seriously, think about it. You can lose money and you can earn it back, right? You can lose your keys, you can find them or get new ones. But time is the one thing, the only thing, that once it's gone, it is gone for good. You can never, ever get it back. So, armed with this huge realization, Gaurav thanked the wise man and went home. But he wasn't the same person who had walked in asking for help. Not at all. He was someone who was finally ready to make a real, fundamental change. And the transformation was, it was incredible. Totally night and day. The lazy, distracted kid was gone. In his place was this focused, productive guy who just got things done. He stopped making excuses and started making moves. And the results? They were staggering. He didn't just catch up to his friends, he blew right past them and became the #1 student in his entire college. So when you boil it all down, what's the big lesson here for all of us? It's that procrastination, it isn't just being lazy. It's literally the thief of our own future. Every moment we waste is another opportunity gone forever. Another brick in a wall of regret we're building for ourselves. The message couldn't be clearer. Your goals aren't waiting for some magical someday. They're waiting for you, right now, today. Which brings us to one last question for you to think about. What if you stopped seeing time as something you just spend and started seeing it as your most valuable asset to invest? How would that one little shift in perspective change the choices you make starting right now, today?